or she.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when Michelle's mad, I get worried.
Have you ever stopped to wonder how many of the people we look up to are really who they say they are? The cameras show us one thing, the headlines another. But behind the curtain, there are whispers of secrets too big to stay hidden forever. And when those secrets come out, they don't just shake reputations, they shatter the way we see everything. And that brings us to why you click today. Jaguar Wright has just reignited one of the boldest and most controversial claims ever made about Michelle Obama. Something first whispered years ago by none other than Joan Rivers. Joan didn't just make a joke. She suggested she had proof. She hinted she had photos. And now Jaguar Wright is pulling that shocking moment back into the spotlight, throwing gasoline on a fire that many thought was long gone. The question is, why now?
Let's rewind. In 2014, Joan Rivers stunned everyone with a line that no one expected. When asked about the idea of a gay president, she replied, "We already have one, with Obama. You know Michelle is a transgender." The word spread instantly. At first, people thought Joan was just being Joan, sharp-tongued, unfiltered, sometimes outrageous. But then came the part that made people lean in. She hinted there were photos, real evidence that Michelle wasn't who the world believed. Weeks later, Joan was gone. A sudden medical complication during a simple surgery left fans shocked. For some, it was coincidence. For others, it was fuel for endless conspiracy. Now fast forward to today. Jaguar Wright, known for exposing uncomfortable truths about the music industry, has brought those words back. She didn't laugh. She didn't soften the blow. She delivered it with a sharp tone, as if Joan meant every word. Jaguar's history makes people listen. She's accused powerful figures before, and whether you agree with her or not, she's never been afraid to speak out. So when she revived Joan's claim about Michelle Obama, it wasn't dismissed as easily. It felt heavier, more deliberate, and it forced people to start asking questions all over again. But here's the strange part. Why would Joan Rivers say something so bold in public if she didn't have anything to back it up? Was it just her style, meant to shock and stir headlines? Or did she know something she wasn't supposed to reveal? And if she truly had photos, where are they now? Did someone make them disappear? Or are they locked away, waiting for the day they're finally exposed? This is where it gets deeper than gossip. And fans are split right down the middle. Some say Jaguar Wright is stirring controversy for attention. Others argue that she's brave for saying what others are too scared to say. The debate keeps circling back to those three haunting words. Joan had photos. Photos change everything. Photos make whispers undeniable, and the silence around them only adds more mystery. But here's where the tension peaks. Michelle Obama isn't just another public figure. She's a global icon. She's admired for her elegance, her voice, her strength. She's a role model to millions. So even hinting that her image might be built on secrets, this explosive isn't just bold, it's dangerous. It shakes trust, not only in her, but in the system that presents these figures as untouchable symbols of perfection. And that's the bigger issue here, because this story forces us to think about how carefully images are crafted. Politicians, celebrities, influencers, they all live by the same rule. Control the story, control the power. A smile on stage, a photo with the right background, the perfect words in an interview, and suddenly the world sees exactly what they want us to see. But what happens when someone challenges that story? What happens when a figure like Joan Rivers or Jaguar Wright breaks the script? It reminds us how fragile that image really is. But there's something else to consider. Timing. Why did Joan say this weeks before her death? Why is Jaguar pushing it again now? Is it random? Or is there a reason these words keep coming back to life? Because rumors don't survive this long unless they touch a nerve. Unless they speak to a fear people already have. That what we see isn't what we get. Where does this leave us? With more questions than answers. If Joan really had photos, who has them now? If Jaguar Wright knows more, why hasn't she shown it? Is this just another conspiracy designed to divide, or is there a truth buried somewhere that people are too afraid to reveal? And maybe that's the scariest part. Because whether or not the photos ever existed, the rumor alone is powerful enough to make people doubt. It shows how fragile public trust really is. One sentence, one rumor, one whisper from someone who shouldn't be speaking, and suddenly, the image of an icon can begin to crack. And if Michelle Obama, one of the most respected women in the world, can face claims this explosive, it makes you wonder. How many of the stories we accept without question are carefully crafted illusions? How many times have we trusted a polished image while the truth stayed hidden in the shadows? Because in the end, this isn't only about Michelle. It's about us. It's about how easily we can be shaped, convinced, distracted. It's about how secrets can be buried under layers of power and silence. And it's about how fragile our sense of truth really is. So if Joan Rivers really did have photos, where are they now? Were they destroyed? Hidden away? Or are they still out there waiting to surface at the moment when the world least expects it? Because one thing history has always shown us, secrets don't stay buried forever. And when this one finally comes out, it could change everything.